As you all remember, one of the episodes where Babuji Maharaj discovers the first samskar. He says, if you remove the first samskar that we all share in common, the base on which rest of the samskars are just lingering will collapse. So, what is that first samskar? How does it get removed from our system? Well, of course, every samskar gets removed through cleaning. And that is why, over a period of time, as you develop more and more faith and we practice with dedication, a sort of courage develops and fear seems to die away. This is also confirmed by Lord Rama when he's giving gyan to one of his devotees. When he was asked, what is the greatest boon? He said, it is being fearless, being abhay. In Sahaj Marg, in our day-to-day life, despite of this daily cleaning by individuals, by having individual sittings through preceptors, attending group satsangs, it serves a great purpose of removing samskars which gets accumulated at different layers of our consciousness. Daily samskars, daily impressions are easy to remove through our evening cleaning process. A bit deeper layer of samskar can be removed through the help of our preceptors. Even deeper levels of samskars, our masters are able to help. These are the samskars which haunt us life after life. But what do we understand of samskar? When we remove samskars, what happens? Let us say you had an argument with someone, or you had such a very pleasant experience with someone in discussions. You have a memory associated with such encounter. Would the removal of memory or forgetting such a memory be equivalent to removal of samskars? No. It is only when I am able to forgive the bitter experience that I had because of some interaction with someone. I may remember the encounter with someone which is displeasing, but totally removing the emotional part of it amounts to not forming impression. It is the emotional burden that is associated with our memory that creates some samskar. Emotional burden means I am saturated with so much of dislikes or likes. Only two things. So in our day-to-day activities, moment to moment, how vigilant are we with our reactiveness? Are you still reacting, or are you in osmosis with the source? We have so many ways of reducing this burden, diffusing how we avoid forming samskaras. One of them is constant remembrance. When we are in absolute state of constant remembrance, when we are in osmosis with our Maker, with our Master's remembrance, with deep love, in the heart. When we are performing our acts with utmost devotion, then we do not form samskars. Another method that was given few years back was this now and then using sankalpa, that everything around me is absorbed in godly remembrance. I like to add one more sankalpa to this sankalpa, that while we are in the office or at home, traveling via flight or via train or walking around, doesn't matter, wherever we are, think that everything surrounding us is absorbed in godly remembrance, and that all are in osmosis with the source, developing increased peacefulness and moderation. While remaining in osmosis with our source, have this sankalpa that things around me are becoming more peaceful, everything are developing moderation. In very short time, we'll come to a stage where we will not have to do daily cleaning. Cleaning means you continue to collect dust in your consciousness. By creating a veil around us, we are preventing all these things to settle in our heart. It's not that we avoid doing anything. We continue to work in the best possible way in our work environment with increased efficiency. In fact, when we are in osmosis with God, our actions tend to become perfect, more and more efficient. You'll start enjoying the work. Work will no longer remain a burden. A lot of people say they like to retire. But I am of a belief that all your spiritual wealth, all your spiritual accumulations can be exercised best in the working environment in the material world. Material world, the family life gives us challenges, and against these challenges, we use our spiritual wealth. We test out our abilities, our spiritual genius, if you like to call it. It is put to test. And like anything else, anything put to test only becomes better and better. Only cowards, they'll give up such challenges. Sahaj Marg is to face such challenges with bold heart, having confidence in Master that yes, I may not have confidence, but he is there to support in all my activities. So with this little heartfelt, I would say, I would not like to call it anything else, but I like to share this inner feelings of my heart to come to very essence of Sahaj Marg, that whatever is stopping us, it's samskars, and we should be vigilant about how to not form the samskars. That is the first step. Otherwise, all throughout the life, if you go on cleaning, it will be disappointment. Babuji wrote one letter to one Abhyasi who was boasting some things, I don't know what. He was praising himself, Sahab, मैं तो बहुत दिल से साधना कर रहा हूँ 15 साल से 20 साल से. I'm practicing with a lot of dedications for last 15-20 years. I'm very regular in my practice, etc., etc., But Babuji had his own wisdom. He says, I'm sorry to say that you are still practicing. By now, you should have come to the source. You should have arrived at goal. But it is unfortunate that even after 15-20 years of practice, you are still struggling. So I think we should take this to our heart and say, yes, Babuji. We'll make sure that our lifestyle will be of such a high order that need for meditation to regulate mind will stop. Need to remove the dust will stop because I don't invite or form any more samskars. The next stage will automatically open up where we'll help others, whether they are abhyasis or not. But our lifestyle will somehow touch their hearts. Anyway, enough for today. Thank you.